is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. Throwing first play is Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards on the first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Play 3 of the drive now is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Herbert now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Open man is Ross, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Lance has his man. It's Shakir. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On play action, Lance. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out just a yard or shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give running right. It's Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now Cook running right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Their catch, getting to the 24-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant, keep throwing it around. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game. But this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. midfield. Here's Lance. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down and inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The 40, 30, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert on first down now. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and that'll bring up second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To the air again, Herbert. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. On the move past the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Justin Ross.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run it. Here's Cook. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Lance now on 1st down.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. In motion right comes Allen. Herbert just beat the play clock. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 28 yards. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Finding Shakir across the formation. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and come.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in the spot now. They're thinking about ways to close this game out as confidently as they've been playing. I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they're thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean...
And it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get it
inside the 20.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
Here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From a yard out.
And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Lance.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. But with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Looking left inside, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. Herbert now.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
What would look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers just continue to roll.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here's Lance.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here at 3rd and 1.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And that's going to be good for Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Bills 14.
This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
It's 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
By Nick Foster. A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Donald Parham
from 10 yards out.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And now here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Lance. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
65, Bills 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here. Williams loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Herbert's pass intercepted by the Bills.
With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop the score.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun. Lance toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable.
And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They'll try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
One final try now for Lance.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
As his defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chargers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year.